World War I, known as the Great War, was a global conflict lasting from 1914 to 1918, embroiling major world powers. Its origins were rooted in a complex array of factors including nationalism, militarism, imperialism, and alliance systems. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary in June 1914 served as the immediate trigger for war, escalating tensions in Europe. Within weeks, a series of declarations of war followed, with countries aligning themselves into two main coalitions. The Allies, consisting primarily of France, Russia, and later the United States, and the Central Powers, dominated by Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. The early phase of the war, characterized by mobile warfare and battles along the Western Front, quickly gave way to entrenched positions and brutal trench warfare. Soldiers endured unimaginable hardships in the trenches, facing constant bombardment, disease, and the threat of chemical weapons. The battles of Verdun and the Somme, among others, resulted in staggering casualties, but little territorial gain. While much attention was focused on the Western Front, significant fighting also occurred on the Eastern Front, where Russian forces clashed with those of Germany and Austria-Hungary. This front saw massive troop movements and high casualty rates, contributing to the eventual collapse of the Russian Empire in 1917, following the Bolshevik Revolution. World War I was not confined to Europe. It also encompassed theaters of war in Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. Colonial territories became battlegrounds as European powers sought to expand their empires or protect strategic interests. The Gallipoli Campaign, fought by Allied forces against the Ottoman Empire, and the Mesopotamian Campaign, involving British forces in the Middle East, are notable examples. On the home front, the war brought profound social and economic changes. Governments implemented total war measures, mobilizing resources, controlling economies, and imposing censorship to support the war effort. Women entered the workforce in large numbers, taking on roles traditionally held by men. Propaganda played a crucial role in shaping public opinion and maintaining morale, while civil liberties were often restricted in the name of national security. The entry of the United States into the war in 1917 proved decisive, providing crucial reinforcements and resources to the Allies. American troops played a significant role in turning the tide of the conflict, contributing to the exhaustion of the Central Powers. By 1918, Germany and its allies were facing mounting pressure on multiple fronts, leading to internal unrest and calls for an end to the war. The signing of the armistice on November 11, 1918, brought an end to the fighting, with Germany agreeing to cease hostilities. The terms of the armistice, based on President Woodrow Wilson's 14 points, included the withdrawal of German forces from occupied territories and the surrender of German warships. The formal peace negotiations took place at the Paris Peace Conference in 1919, culminating in the signing of the Treaty of Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles imposed harsh terms on Germany, holding it responsible for the war and requiring it to disarm, cede territory, and pay reparations to the Allies. The treaty also established the League of Nations, an international organization aimed at maintaining peace and preventing future conflicts. However, the treaty's punitive measures and territorial adjustments fueled resentment and instability in Germany, contributing to the rise of Adolf Hitler and the outbreak of World War II 2 decades later. World War I had far-reaching consequences that reshaped the geopolitical landscape of the 20th century. It shattered empires, redrew borders, and left a legacy of trauma and devastation. The war's memory continues to resonate, serving as a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict and the imperative of diplomacy and cooperation in preserving global